Hello, Texas Values supporters. This is Mary Elizabeth Castle, Director of Government Relations for Texas Values. Right behind me is Riley Gaines talking. We're just now starting the rally, but I have one of the OG original fighters in the Save Women's Sports movement, Selina Soule. If you were paying attention back in 2018, you remember that there were these girls who had to compete against these very burly, athletic men and run track. And Selina was a top-tier track athlete, working her hardest, and was forced to run against men. Selina, can you tell us a little bit about your story and how you started the Save Women's Sports movement?
So as you said, I was forced to compete against two biological males in high school track. I had to compete against them for all 4 years, and I raced against them dozens and dozens of times throughout the years, and I was never close to winning a single race. In the 100-meter dash, the two of them would be at the finish line chest bumping each other, while the rest of us girls were at the 80-meter mark. So it was just never a fair contest. And after I lost out on qualifying for the regional New England meet in the 55-meter dash, because the top two spots were taken by those male athletes, and if they weren't there, I would have qualified for that meet. I said enough is enough, and if the adults in Connecticut aren't going to do anything to protect us, then I need to be the one to stand up. So at 16 years old, I started doing national television interviews. So I've gotten to see this movement from the very beginning. I was one of the first to speak out on this issue at the time. Nobody else was really doing it. It was my mom and I that started this from the very beginning. And I'm just so proud of all the incredible girls that have come along since and have joined me in this fight and have shared their stories. And I'm so grateful that we are here today before the Supreme Court having two cases being heard, and I'm hoping that the Supreme Court will choose to stand up and protect women and ensure that no one else will have to go through the heartbreak that I went through in high school.
Wow, that's so impressive. Your story was an inspiration for our law in 2021 in Texas, the Save Girls Sports Law, to protect girls in K-12 sports. We shared your story with so many people. It was so devastating to see those videos of those guys just beating girls by, seemed like miles, but it was like meters. So we're so grateful for the work that you do. Tell us more about how we can follow you and what you're doing for this issue.
So I am on all social media. If you look up Selina Soule, you'll find me. You'll see the hair in my profile picture. Instagram is where I'm most active, and I'm trying to turn this into a career. I've discovered that I have a passion for this. It's not ever anything I envisioned for my life, but I feel like I was put on this place, on this earth for a purpose, and this was it. So I want to be able to turn this into a career for myself and speak out against all the issues affecting our country, not just the women's sports. And ensure that we have a peaceful and united nation.
Well, we're so happy for what you do. We'll get you back to the rally because I'm sure you're speaking soon. But thank you so much for standing up for women's sports. We're here outside the U.S. Supreme Court for the oral arguments at Hecox versus Little. We'll come with more updates, but so glad to interview great heroes like Selina Soule, and we'll come with more soon later on.